So today I'm filming Marnie's 2-month update, and I'm actually a little bit late filming it. She's actually 10 weeks old at the moment. With the summer holidays and the kids being at home, it's really thrown me completely. And I feel like because of that, Marnie's gone from being 4 weeks old to 10 weeks old in the blink of an eye. So I'm going to stop making excuses and just get on with a 2-month update. I didn't want to not do one, so it is a little bit later than I would like to have filmed it, but I want to do it anyway because I've been making notes as the weeks have gone by on things that I wanted to talk to you about. Marnie is doing absolutely great. She's amazing. She's such a good baby. She's just this really smiley, happy, calm little girl, and everyone's just completely head over heels in love with her. She's had her first set of injections, which is always something that I really dread. And I think this first set is quite brutal as well. They have 2 in one leg and 1 in the other leg. There were 2 nurses and they did it at the same time. So she had the 2 in either leg together and then an extra 1 in one of her other legs. But she seemed to recover quite quickly. I think it was probably more traumatic for me than it was for her. They advised us to give her Calpol as soon as we got her home, which we did, because I think the meningitis element of the immunisation can cause a temperature, and she took the Calpol fine and she didn't actually get a temperature as a result of it, and I was fully expecting her to. She seemed to be quite normal afterwards and we didn't really have any problems. I do remember with Aiden that the first set of jabs, the same, he was fine, and then the second set knocked him for 6, so we've got those coming up in a couple of weeks. At the same checkup she was also weighed and measured, and they did checks on her hips and all the sort of general checks that the GP does. The GP did say that she's quite high on the chart for her height, she's quite long, and she's definitely feeding well and putting on weight. She weighed in at a whopping £12.10, which is amazing. She's doing so well. She's still exclusively breastfed. We seem to have fallen into more of a routine with feeding over the last, I'd say, week or 2. She seems to be feeding less frequently and faster when she does feed, so I don't know if that's anything to do with sort of growth spurts and things like that, or simply that she's just getting the hang of it. But it seems to be going really well. She's obviously getting enough because she's gaining weight well. Look who woke up! She's not quite ready to wake up, I don't think. So, I've forgotten where I was now. Oh, feeding, yes. So we're still breastfeeding and it's going really well, and I hope to continue doing it for as long as I can. I feel like the luckiest person in the world because she sleeps so well at the moment. She goes through the night for about 6 or 7 hour stretches, which is just amazing. She doesn't nap brilliantly in the day, but I obviously would much rather she was awake more in the day and sleeping better at night, so I will take that and run with it for as long as it lasts because it's working for us really well at the moment. Are you having a wriggle? As you can see, she's losing her hair. She's got a little bald patch going onto the back. Well, she's lost her hair actually, it's huge. Which she is a real fidget when she lies down in bed. She's looking around looking for what's going on around her and following all the noises that go on in our house, of which there are many. I think her hair might stay dark, although it's hard to tell because Aiden's hair was a similar colour when he was her age. Not quite as dark, but certainly not as fair as it is now. So I don't know, I think where it's starting to grow back in at the front, it looks quite dark. So I'm thinking she might have dark hair, and her eyes are still blue, but they are very dark blue and they look like they might be going darker as well. So I'm not sure, the jury's still out, but I think she might have brown hair and brown eyes. Marnie absolutely loves her brothers and sister. Her face will light up when they come into the room and come and talk to her. She smiles at them. She makes the most adorable noises when they come and talk to her, and she's making so many cute noises at the moment. I love this bit where they're really finding their voice, and she's trying to laugh. You can kind of tell that when you tickle her and play with her, you can tell that there's a little giggle in there, but she hasn't quite worked out how to do it yet. So she'll kind of make the start of a giggle and then stop and sort of almost be surprised about the noise that's coming out of her mouth. It's really cute. So I don't think it'll be too much longer until she's doing proper baby giggles, which I can't wait for. She loves bath time. It's definitely one of her favourite things. She loves to splash about in the water. She doesn't get upset when I rinse her hair. Which her big brother Aiden did from very early on. He just was not a fan of the water at all. So she loves bath time, and she's already been on 2 camping trips. What babies of 10 weeks old can say that they've been on 2 camping trips? Not many. I feel really good in terms of my recovery. I think the fact that she sleeps so well has been an absolute lifesaver. It means that I start my day feeling relatively okay and well rested and not like an absolute zombie. So I'm so grateful that she seems to be sleeping really well at night time. Sorry, I'm rocking because I'm holding her on my lap and feeding her whilst talking to you. I'm not just rocking for no reason. That probably looks really funny. I did have a really mild bout of mastitis a couple of weeks ago. At least I think it was. It was certainly a blocked duct. I don't know whether it actually developed into mastitis because I've never had mastitis before. But I had a sore red patch on one side and it felt warm to the touch and all of the things that I'd read about mastitis and had heard about mastitis, and it developed into a horrible hot and cold sweaty fever, and I just felt generally quite unwell and quite achy. And then I did lots of massage. It was over a weekend, so I couldn't get to the doctor over that weekend. I think it was the bank holiday actually, and I just massaged it a lot and tried to clear the blockage, and that seemed to work, and then it all went away. So I haven't done anything about it and it hasn't come back. I did have a cracked nipple on that side, which she did on the day she was born, and it never quite healed properly after that. So I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it because that took a long time to heal. It's fine now, but it took weeks and weeks to properly heal, even though I was using Lancino on it. So I don't know, I think perhaps it was a blocked duct that was kind of on the verge of turning into mastitis. Who can say? But as I'm keeping an eye on it and being sure to feed correctly from that side. She doesn't seem to latch as well on that side, so it's something I need to keep an eye on, and hopefully it doesn't come back. So I think that's about it for Marnie's 2-month update. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one.